بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأصلي وأسلم على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد فنسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلنا وإياكم من المستمعين للقول والمتبعين أحسنه وأن يجعلنا نقوله ونسمعه حجة لنا لا علينا يوم الدين ثم أما بعد فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I remember sitting with my Shaykh at the mosque and there was one sentence that he said that stayed with me for the rest of my life. And he said, you usually do not want people to be better than yourself. But the only people who you want to be better than yourself are your children. He said you want your children to be richer than yourself, smarter than yourself, stronger than yourself, healthier than yourself, and have a better life than yourself. And this is exactly what it means to be a parent. It is that the mistakes you made, you don't pass them on. The shortcomings, you try to get rid of them because you do not want them to pass them on to your children. So now I want to have a look about the words of Imam al-Ghazali. Imam al-Ghazali said, your children are like a rough diamond and it is for you to shape them. So sometimes when you look at your child, then you need to know that your child is the way it is, good or maybe not that good. And it is no more than the result of the education that you gave to your child. And this is why sometimes in these times it's very difficult to find what the best way is to educate your child. But you know it's a very simple recipe. Your child will first learn from who you are and what you do and not from what you say. That's the first thing. We all want very religious, pious children, but then when they see us and the way we behave, the way we talk, the way we speak, sometimes the way we behave in front of them with our wives or with our husbands, or when we talk about risk and the way we fear the future, and we want our children to put their trust in Allah Jalla wa Ala, it becomes very difficult for a child to learn things and see different things. And this is why when Abu Bakr, his son, and when his father passed and he saw his son doing dhikr, and then he saw his son praying 2 rak'at, he said, my son, I never taught you this. And he said, no, but I saw you doing this. I never taught you this. No, I saw you doing this. So it is an illusion to think that you can make of your child a mu'min if you are not. That you will let your child love Allah if you do not love Him sufficiently. You cannot teach your child to love prayer if you do not love praying. That's just 1 + 1 is 2. So educating your child actually all starts with yourself. It starts by transforming your connection with the Almighty. When Allah speaks of children, He speaks of the essence of beauty. He says, الْمَالُ وَالْبَنُونَ زِينَةُ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. He says that wealth and children are the beauty of this world. But on the other hand, He also says, إِنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ. Your wealth and your children are fitna. So what are we going to do? Look, the Prophet ﷺ, one day he was walking with Abu Bakr, and I didn't come to tell stories, but there are true stories, so I tell them. So he was working with Abu Bakr, and from behind the bushes there were some young men, aged 12, 15 years old, and they jumped from behind the bushes and they said, نَحْنُ أَشْرَارُ النَّاسِ. We are the worst people you will ever see. And the Prophet ﷺ replied, and I will turn you into the best people that people will ever see. We are the worst people ever. I will turn you into the best people ever. That is the challenge. Do you know that we are at a point in history, if we do not make the best of the next generation, the generation that is to come, that we may very well be losing out on religion being passed on? Can you imagine that if you do not put the best or all your efforts in your children, that they may grow up in a world where the name of Allah is no longer mentioned? Maybe you think I'm exaggerating, but your Prophet doesn't exaggerate. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said there will come a time. Now, يَدْرِسُ الْإِسْلَامِ كَمَا يَدْرِسُ الثَّوْبِ. And yadrus doesn't mean that it needs to disappear. Islam will disappear exactly like your clothes wear out. حتى لا يدرى ما صلاة ولا صيام ولا صدقة ولا نسك. A time will come that Islam will disappear until people no longer know what prayer is, what fasting is, what Hajj is. And then he said, and then a time will come, وَيَبْقَى الْعَجُوزُ وَالْعَجُوزَ فِي الْقَبَائِلِ, and only old people will remain. Try to listen to this. You know, when you hear a hadith, forget about the speaker. When you hear the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ coming to you, the one that is transmitting the words doesn't count. I am nothing, I'm a nobody. But the words I'm sharing with you, when the Prophet ﷺ said them, then you were intended. And they were supposed to surpass time and place to find your ears right now, today, now and here. So he said Islam will disappear. People will no longer know what Salah, Zakah, Sadaqah and Hajj is. Until just only elderly people within a tribe will say, Allah, Allah, what's that again? I heard my grandparents say something like that, and we just repeat it after them. And then, while the Sahaba who heard the Sahaba say this, he said, لا تغني عنهم لا إله إلا الله. La ilaha illallah will not be of any benefit to these people who don't know prayer and siyam and salah and sadaqah and so forth. He said, تغني عنهم وتنجيهم من النار. He said it will be of benefit to them and it will save them from hell. A time will come, said the Prophet ﷺ, that people will no longer know what Allah means. حتى لا يقال في الأرض الله. So when you talk about educating children, you are talking about saving the deen. Today, identity has never been as complicated as today. People just struggle to find out who they are and what they identify like. They just don't know anymore. And these things, don't think that your Muslim children are spared from this. If they are being raised within certain boundaries or within certain schools or whatever, they may start thinking things to be right while according to Islam, they are wrong. So we need a zone where we can hold on to our identity, all while respecting others that they make their choices. Even if I categorically disagree with them, I will not disrespect the people. So now to come back to our people, what we need is exactly what LMS has been doing. I have had the honor to be there sometimes throughout the 3, 4, almost 5 years, I think. In 5 years, and I see what's happening there. The teachers, they come to the classes, to the school with their hearts. They do overtime not because they are asked, but because they want to. Because they have turned it into their goal, into their life mission. They do what other people fell short at doing. They invested where other people did not want to invest. They gave their life, their soul, and everything to the service of raising good Muslim children. So if we have people doing that every day, day in, day out, year in, year out, then we need to believe in the project. And you know why? Because they have proven right now, right here, that it works, that it is a system that has worked. It has proven itself. I don't even need to speak. Just them standing here in a row and saying, I'm studying this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, should encourage us to support the school, support the teachers. And if we don't, it may very well be an argument against us. Do you know why? Because we all complain, there are no schools, there is no solution. There are, but do we really want it? Do we really want to invest? And I'm not just talking about money, I'm talking about supporting it, carrying it, spreading it, making it grow. So many people today, they want to replicate what is already happening instead of helping what is already happening. We don't need 5,000 more things. We need one good thing that has proven, or 10 or 20 that have proven to work, and we help. So this is why Barakallahu Fikum. And educating your child according to many is done at home, school, culture, meaning books, movies, Netflix, social media, and religious enterprises. These four are at the core of the education of your child. And when I teach there, I see proud Muslims. I see Muslims that do not have to shy away for who they are. Muslims that no matter how they come to school, everybody is accepted. Some wear the khimar, some a small tiny hijab, it doesn't matter. Everybody feels at home. Everybody is respected. They don't feel like they are being alienated from their identity. They leave their house and then it looks like they are living two lives. They live one. Where science and religion, modernity and tradition, text and context meet. So this is what Lady Nafisa is for me. And this is why I believe in the project. And subhanAllah, I'm not a part of Lady Nafisa. I just go there and they ask me to teach the girls. And that's what I do. I teach them spiritually, religiously, and they like it. So why? Because they love their religion. So barakallahu fikum. As a parent, one verse, take it with you, never let it go. One verse. And I want you to take it seriously. It is Allah talking to you directly. Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. O believers, save your family, save your children, save your family from hell. 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 That is your first responsibility. Yes, we want them to thrive in dunya. But what if they thrive in dunya and they go to hell? Was that be good parenting? But if you send them to a school where they are being taught everything they need to succeed in this life and the next, then why not just doing it? So I ask Allah Jalla wa Ala subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the school. And we ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to bless the teachers. And we ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to allow us as parents, by means of showing the good example and sending them to the correct schools and after schools and whatever it may be, you should literally watch out for every step you take, because you are the shaper of your child. You are the shaper, the one that gives the form and shape of your child. And if later on something goes wrong, don't point with the finger at your child, but revisit what you may have done wrong. And that is something you will never be able to forgive yourself. So get your priorities right. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.
لا تحسب أن الدين بعيد عن حب وحياة، وبهجرك للدين ستحيا تعشق ما قلبك يهوى، أو أن الأيام ستحلو وترى الدنيا شط نجاة. دينك بحر من آمال شط لجميل الأحلام، ليس الدين كما تخشاه ذا ممنوع ذاك حرام، فالإسلام جميل حق.